Good morning, Destiny players, and welcome to a Brooker review of Destiny 2's Season of the Witch. Apologies for no video last week, life stuff crops up sometimes. I am Bladeburger, your local SpongeBob boy kinda guy. In this video, we talk Season of the Witch. Was it good? Let's find out. You probably already found out though. I won't cover Crota's End because I haven't played it yet, and I won't cover the recent layoff drama. You've heard it a million times already. Make sure to do the stuff the algorithm likes, and let's begin. Instead of the usual here's what's bad, here's what's good stuff, we'll just go by each section, starting with the story. The story this season was an absolute improvement over a majority of other seasons. Normally in seasons, half of the story weeks are just duds, where absolutely nothing happens. Just some dialogue and, hey dummy, go do the seasonal activity, and that's it. In this season, there was a development every week. Very good move this season, moving the story along with each week instead of having the first, 4th, and 7th and 8th week be the only ones that move the story along. We got more cutscenes, more story beats, and more varied objective each week than any previous season, which was good. Story-wise, this season is the best we've had all year, but it has to compare to Defiance and Deep, so it really didn't have a high bar to beat, but it definitely raised the bar in terms of storytelling for seasons. Over-delivered, as one may say. Hopefully they keep this bar high next season, although we did learn from the garbage state of the game in Season of Deep that next season will be lighter on story because the ritual playlist updates. Then the ritual playlist updates got delayed. We'll see. The ending to the story was really the only downside to it. So many players are going to ask, wait, Savathun's still alive? She died in the cutscene over and over in the future. I will say that the connection to the 15th Wish in the last cutscene was a huge shock. It's been a mystery ever since Forsaken, and now we're finally getting the answers next season. Good story, meh ending, and nice story hook for next season. Very, very, very good improvement over Season of Deep, Season of Defiance, Season of the Seraph was pretty good, Season of Plunder was really bad, so improvement over a lot of them. Next, let's talk activities. Savathun Spire, Altar of Summoning, and the Imbaru Engine. Let's start with Spire, probably the best seasonal activity all year. It's just fun. 3 arenas with varying goals each time you run it, with the third being a selection of 3 different bosses. Small parkour in between each arena. Secrets galore within. This should be the standard for seasonal activities, not the garbage that was salvages last season. Get in, kill a bunch of dudes, get loot, and repeat. It's not hard, but that can't happen. Builds work well here and even add to the fun. If there was a few critiques I've had, it's that there's a spot where you get continually killed when respawning one of the parkour sections, and that the parkour was pretty unnecessary except to hold secrets. The next activity though is Altars of Summoning, definitely the lesser of the 2 main activities. There's a pretty good amount of reasons why I never show Altar gameplay in my build videos. Here's how every single run of Altar of Sorrows has gone this season. Spawn in, someone immediately leaves, wait for another player to load in, try to bank the middle difficulty offering, fail to do that as a blueberry banks the highest difficulty offering, spend 20 minutes dying over and over and over and over because the blueberries on my team have no idea how to even walk properly, fail endlessly, leave after the blueberry banks another max offering. This was another case of deep dives, a great activity concept ruined by blueberries. In deep dives, if you miss a totem ball, someone leaves. If you don't do the exotic mission, someone leaves. It's the same here. The blueberries with you decide how much fun you're going to have in this activity and how many times you're going to die. If you get the Tormentor boss, just leave. 99 times out of 100, you're gonna fail it. Not a very great activity, not very fun. I maybe have 3 total full completions of it, and that's because I actually got good RNG on the offerings that time. No Tormentor bosses. The next iteration of this activity that inevitably comes, please Bungie, remove the 3-tiered difficulties and just make it 1 difficulty. I'm tired of having a blueberry bank a maxed one and getting the Tormentor boss every time, and then the blueberry proceeds to die over and over and over and over again, and then the blueberry leaves. The third activity was the Imbaru Engine, a small puzzle activity. This one is a huge win all around. Puzzles are fun, and we've had a distinct lack of puzzles lately in Destiny. The puzzles weren't that hard except for the final one, and any blueberry could probably complete them without much effort. Probably. More stuff like this please. Now to the loot, the seasonal weapons and exotics. Let's start with the exotics. Pyrogale Gauntlets, Briarbinds, and Mothkeeper's Wraps for armor. All 3 are amazing. Each one is powerful in its own way. Pyrogales with its insane DPS, Briarbines with its area control and unlimited uptime, and Mothkeepers because of its cool interaction with Exderis, another great exotic weapon. Last season had pretty forgettable exotics, with one of them being unusably bad, Triton Vice, so it's very nice to see all the exotics this season range from very good to very strong. We don't need exotics that become meta-defining every season, but it's nice to at least have usable ones. Triton Vice, Arbor Warden, garbage. Mothkeepers, Pyrogales, Briarbines, top tier. For seasonal weapons, this has got to be the season with the most mid selection. The only good weapon, and this is reaching, is the hand cannon, which is still worse than a lot of other hand cannons that are already in the game and hand cannons that have been in the game for years. The origin trait on these weapons is just not a factor in any activity ever. It's definitely the worst origin trait that's been made since origin traits became a thing. All of the weapons are just mid. The fusion isn't great, the sniper is just bad, the hand cannon is at least usable, the scout is just mid, and the MG it can't compare to retrofit. Pretty mid loot. I get that making all weapons powerful leads to power creep, but come on, I want to be excited about loot in seasons again. Give me another mini tool, another Drang. Season of the Deeps loot was really bad. So we need another season with actual loot to chase that's good. Now for the other stuff in this season. PvP, the card system. I didn't play a single match of PvP all season. Didn't care enough to play with all the good PvP games around, like Halo Infinite. Have you played Halo Infinite lately? It's extremely good now. There's also the new Call of Duty, the one that's the, hey, we fixed all the crap that Infinity Ward did, and it's better than all the Call of Duty games since Black Ops 4. Not motivated enough to play PvP when I can play actual good PvP games. Segueing to the card system out of nowhere, I liked it. However, there were clear winners in which to choose. Obviously, you're using the one that drops free heavy ammo, the one that gives grenade energy on any damage. It's sort of like playing Commander in Magic the Gathering. Very clear options in your colors that you need to run. Soul Ring, Smothering Tithe, Dockside, Windfall, Demonic Tutor, Naturalize, clear strong options to run. Just like any card system that exists. You play a trading card game, there's metas. It's also like this system. Does that mean it's a miss? Absolutely not. There are many options to build how you want. A ton of cards to choose from. They're unlocked through the usual time-gated nonsense, but having all of them feels pretty good. Just have to be careful when recording to not get a card that will manipulate how the build plays. A huge win for this season, which, Destiny needs more wins about now. Overall, this season is excellent. A ton of bars are raised, and I hope they get raised further. Great story, great activities, pretty loot, and an excellent card system makes this season S tier when it comes to seasons. I hope next season is even better. I'd give this one a 9.5 out of 10. Altars of Summoning dragged it down from a 10 out of 10. Hopefully next season is better, we'll see. Destiny does need a huge win after the layoff controversy. If you liked the video, you know the drill. Thank you all for watching. Next video will most likely be a build for any of the new exotics released in Season of the Wish, as that season launches a week after this review. See you all then. Blade Burger out.